Hi, I'm Dark Shades, and this relationship is about when you know what you want. Now, I used to attract people who were totally incompatible, and I never used to notice why I did that. And because they paid me a lot of attention, I'd find myself in a pseudo relationship then, or should I say, entranced by them and actually thinking, oh, this is great. And I never really thought about whether or not they were compatible. Anyway, I did a relationship inventory. Ayala Van Sant does one on YouTube. So in this inventory, it talks about what you want to prevent yourself from getting into a relationship that you don't need and that is not beneficial for you. So I knew that because I have poor night vision, that a man must have a car. I knew that because of my housing situation, he also must have his own place so I can visit him. And I knew that he needed to be self-sufficient. And there was a few other things, but those were the main things. Anyway, because I had this in my mind, I knew what questions to ask if somebody asked me out. So I decided to put it to the test. Well, I intended to put it to the test. So I went out for a rave last night and I was standing there all night and nobody asked me for a dance. So you know when nobody asks you for a dance, by the end of the evening you're kind of like, oh, I wish anybody would ask me for a dance kind of thing. It's because you've got all dressed up, you're feeling nice and everything. And you know when you dance with somebody, it's like an endorsement that, yeah, I'm still attractive. I can still pull. So I was in that mindset that, I really would have liked to dance. My other two mates, they were dancing. Anyway, we had about half an hour left before the end of the night. So I go to the loo, and as I'm going into the loo, this guy says to me, "Oh, I really must talk to you. I really must talk to you. I'll be waiting for you when you come out." I'm like, whoa. Sounds like something in the movie. I remember watching a Columbo movie, and this man was so attracted to this woman that he was waiting for her outside the toilet, but she was a criminal, and what she had done, she had changed her disguise, and when he came out he didn't recognize her, so she slipped past him and he was still waiting. Anyway, it reminded me of that movie in that moment. So anyway, I came out the toilet and he was out there waiting for me. So I gave him a quick scan. Nice shoes, suit, smart. It looked like my age group. Tick, tick, tick. I thought, oh, this looks pretty good. Anyway, he was there talking and he sounded quite passionate. And he says, boy, he said, I've been here all night. And he said, as soon as I saw you, my spirit took you. So I'm like, got the gift of the gab. He said, can I have your number? I thought it was pretty quick. I said, I don't even know you. Why would I give you my number? So he says, when we talk, you'll get to know me. So I thought, no, I'm not giving you my number. He says, well, I'll give you mine then. Anyway, I said, look, I've got to go back to my friends. And so I went over. He says, I'm going to follow you over to where your friends are. Anyway, because he said, I'd like to have a dance with you. So I thought, oh, well, at least I'm getting my dance. Anyway, I go up to the other side of the room. They're dancing. He gets an erection. So I thought, well, at least that's working. That's a good sign. Tick. So everything was looking good. So I decided to ask these questions about the things that would confirm whether or not he would be a compatible partner. So he said to me, where are you from? So I said, oh, I'm from the UK. My parents are from Jamaica. And then I said, so where are you from? He said, I'm from Tivoli Gardens. I'm like, what? Tivoli Gardens? Bloody hell, it's full of bad man. This is what I'm saying in my mind. Actually, I didn't say it in my mind. I actually said that's a bad man territory. He said, yeah, that's what he said. He said that's what they say. I got deported from the States because I was a menace to society. I said, what does that mean? I said, are you having a joke? He says, no. He said, it's true. I was a menace to society. He said, what does that say to you? So I'm like, bloody menace to the society. All I could think about was the movie with Ice Cube and that lot. I'm like, that doesn't sound pretty good. Cross. Then I said to him, so where do you live then? He says, oh, I'm sofa surfing. I said, what? He says, yeah, me I pay rent, but me I sleep on a sofa. I'm like, cross. So I said to him, so do you drive then? No, I don't drive. I said, why don't you drive? Oh, I don't have a license. Cross. He said, but me driving, but I'm not meant to drive. Cross. Illegal. So then, he said, but you like cold food? I said, yeah, I like cold food. This is all when we're dancing, music plays. I said, yeah, like him tell me he can cook a nice cold food with some rice and peas. So in my head, I'm thinking, cross, your days are numbered, mate. Anyway, me wash your panty for you. Me not mind wash woman panty, me wash me your panty for you. Me will protect you. Me will do all of this. Now, my point being is that if I didn't know what I wanted, you can get pulled into something that that is no good for you, because a lot of times you can find yourself in situations where on the surface things look quite attractive. And in a dance situation, especially, you don't always get a chance to ask questions because the music is blaring. In the end, you end up giving your number to get to know somebody afterwards on the phone, but already they have your number. Next thing you know, they're there calling you every 5 minutes. So I said to him, so aren't you in a relationship? No, man, I'm single. Honest to God, I'm single. And all I put his hand up to God, So I said, so what happened to that relationship then? Well, she said she need her space. Cross, that. And he's a Leo, possessive. So all of those things, it was amazing how much I found out just by asking those questions. And by the end of the night, there was no point me even calling him. He gave me his number, but there's no point because he ticked none of the boxes. So girls, it really is important when you know what you want, you don't pick up what you don't need or what you don't want. So I hope this has been useful for you. There is a funny side to it, but at the same token, it prevents you from wasting your time. That's all for now. Bye.